Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Mrs. Book's Storytime. Today's story is titled The Lonesome Pine, written by Jane West, illustrated by Monique Lejeune-Bakering. I love this book because of its unusual shape. What shape is it, boys and girls? That's right, it's a triangle. It is one of my favorite books to read throughout the holiday season. I'm going to set my book right here. Do you remember Mrs. Book's reading rules? No worries, I'm going to share them with you right now. My first reading rule is all eyes on me and the book. My second reading rule is all ears listening. My third reading rule is zip up your lips, because if you are looking and you are listening and you zip up your lips, you are guaranteed to learn. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening to Mrs. Book's reading rules. So please be very quiet and let's begin the story. I started small, and after a time, I grew up to be a handsome pine. I stood up tall, my branches high, amongst rows and rows of other pines. Big ones, small ones, thin ones, fat. Some stretched this way, some stretched that. We'd all been planted just to be, at Christmas time, a Christmas tree. It was time for us to be chopped down so we could come to your hometown. Then you could choose which one you like. I hope it's me. I'd love to be a brightly shining Christmas tree. Into the truck and off we go, through wind and rain, sleet and snow. Where I'll end up, I don't know. We arrived and it was fine. We all jumped out and stood in line. Back in rows, folks walked around to see if they could choose their Christmas tree. This one's too big. This one's too small. I don't think this one will go through the hall. This one's too fat. This one's too thin. Our car's too small to carry it in. Please pick me, I shouted with glee. I'd love to be a Christmas tree, but folks just seemed to pass me by. No, I don't think so, I heard them cry. But what is wrong? I asked myself. I'm not different from anybody else. Christmas Day was fast approaching. 4 more days to buy a tree. Please pick me, please pick me. I'd love to be a Christmas tree. But here I stood. My friends had all been bought. Was I too fat, too thin, too short? Now I wouldn't be dressed up in baubles and bows, or have bright shiny lights from my head to my toes. I wanted to see the children with smiles as they awoke to see their presents in piles. Christmas Eve they'd all gone home, and I was left standing all alone. On Christmas Day, I was close to tears. I'd been waiting for this day for years. Days had passed, and here I stood, My branches, they just looked like wood. What happens now? I cried and whined. I've turned into a useless pine. One morning at dawn, I awoke to a horn, beeping as loud as it could. I couldn't believe what was in front of me. My friends, they all looked like wood. From near and far, on every car, a tree lay withered and wilted. We've got to go, Michael, if we want to recycle, a voice shouted from inside a truck. It closes at 5, and it's quite a drive. We can get there with any luck. Well, I got so excited I started to quiver. Recycled? Now that sounded like fun. Excuse me, Michael. Can I be recycled? Please, please, Michael, can I come? He hauled and pulled all on board until they lay as high as a tree. Michael, I cried with tears in my eyes. Please, sir, don't forget me. He closed the truck. I was out of luck. My branches got lower and lower. I wanted to be a useful tree. Now, what would become of me? As the truck drove by, I waved goodbye to my friends as they lay in a pile. Then right by my side, a truck had arrived, and my tears turned into a smile. Load him up, Bill. Let's get to the mill. There's room for him on the top. He's a perfect tree. If you ask me, he'll work well with the ones we've got. A perfect tree? Was he talking about me? Wow, gosh golly, oh gee. With one fell swoop and a great big shrill, I was on my way to the paper mill. But what is a mill? I asked myself. What is this going to mean? I really got scared when we arrived and I saw the big machine. Oh no, I cried. Don't put me inside. What will I end up to be? But nobody heard, nobody cared, nobody listened to me. Please let me out, I shouted and screamed. It's dark and I've lost my bark. Let go, I yelled as I was held while my face was washed and dried. Is anybody there? I shouted out. Can I get off this ride? Oh no, please let go. Stop pulling at my feet. With a whoosh and a cut, and moments later, I came out the machine as a ream of paper. Look at me now. I'm as plain as can be. I used to be a beautiful tree. Now I'm just paper in a mill, wound up tightly on a reel. Hey, stack 'em up, Jack, I heard a voice say. Then off to the factory we'll go. Factory? What's a factory? I asked. I would really like to know. Once we arrived, the factory inside was huge with machines how they shone. I was folded and bound and trimmed all around, and my tummy was printed on. Oh, that tickles, I laughed. Please do it again. It feels so good to smile. I've been through the meal, and it wasn't a thrill. I haven't laughed in quite a while. Yippee! Oh gee, a jacket for me. As we came to the end of the ride, please, lady, miss, that was really fun. Can I go back inside? But she put me in a box and packaged me up and sent me out the door. I went for a drive, and when I arrived, I was inside a great big store. And then, one day, I was put on display on a shelf that sat right on the top. Look at me! Look at me! I cried with pride. I'm a book! I'm a book! Please stop. I really felt proud when I saw the crowd gathering around me to see. I think I'll take this one, a voice declared, and this one was me. It's me! It's me! I shouted, yippee! I wondered what next was in store. But before long I knew I was wrapped, taped, and bowed and put under a tree on the floor. I looked up to see the Christmas tree, laughing so hard that he shook. My friend, he said loudly, how funny it is to see you made into a book. Funny indeed, I replied with a gasp, and we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. We laughed till dawn on Christmas morn, then we stopped to the sound of some feet. I got so excited, my heart started to pound, and my pages were making a beat. Here they come now, their faces with smiles, they're coming to open their presents in piles. Can I open this one? A little voice cried. I just can't wait to see what's inside. It's me, it's me, I whispered to Tree. How happy the children will be when they open this gift and look inside and find that this book is me. You see, I wasn't too fat, too thin, too short. I was perfect right from the start. A Christmas tree was not for me. I'm a book with a great big heart. I hope you enjoyed The Lonesome Pine. Now visit me at my website for more educational fun. And remember, boys and girls, Mrs. Book's favorite words, learn to love books. Blessings and happy holidays to y'all. Until next time, bye for now. My first reading rule is all eyes on me and the book. My second reading rule is all eyes